That shower of rain has just arrived here at the farm with that cold northerly wind with it, and I've just arrived down at the bottom of one of the valleys at High Ash Farm, and I'm sitting on the bank of a stream, and I'm just going to go underneath one of High Ash's new sleeper bridges with huge RSJs underneath to cope with the modern agricultural machinery, which has got much larger over recent years. So we demolished all the old bridges and then put some really heavy duty ones in, and the things I do for this radio station, I'm just sliding down into the ditch. Then here we are, move the vegetation out of the way. I'm trying not to shout ouch when I hit my head on the RSJs, and now almost on hands and knees. Water is flowing underneath. Wow, we're out of the shower at least. Oh, there we are, we're there. Now, camera and microphone in one hand, torch in the other, and let's turn the torch on and have a look. Right, straight away, there we are, very obliging, under one of the sleepers. And if you wonder where your butterflies head off to at this time of the day and this time of the year when it's cold weather, it is an amazing sight. I've gone quite quiet because I'm quite amazed. There must be 30 or 40 butterflies. I won't try and count them all. And the first candidate, who's very obligingly right at the entrance of the bridge under one of the old railway sleepers here, is a small tortoiseshell. Very beautiful, almost looks like a dead leaf. And that's one of their tricks, because that's one of the species that will hibernate as an adult over the winter months. Let's just move on a little bit. Little drops of rain coming through the railway crossing timbers. The sleepers above my head. Anybody else here? Let's scan round. Let's see what we've got. Oh, almost sitting in the water. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Cross over to the other side of the stream. And there, absolutely beautiful, side by side, two peacock butterflies. Perfectly, they look exactly the same, dead dried up leaves. Certainly not anything you would associate with a beautiful butterfly like a peacock. And they're not hibernating. This is a surprising thing. This site will be used over the winter months for hibernation, but these butterflies haven't stored up enough food yet to see them through the winter months. And so what they're doing is just sheltering, and they seem to know about this site, although the ones that are hibernating here absolutely weren't the same ones that hibernated here last year. They will have bred in early spring and then died, and this is the next generation. So suitable sites are obviously quite important to them. I don't think, like swallows, they're able to return to the same site because it's just different generation. Their parents might well have been here. So this is one of those mysteries of nature. There, now let's just have another look. Just move along under the sleepers. I'm trying to do too many things at once really. Most importantly, not banging my head. What have we got here? Oh, lovely. Oh, wow. Yep, that's a different species altogether. It's masked a bit by a cobweb, and that's a red Admiral. I can see the pattern of the wings. I'm holding the torch up against it, and I can actually see the wing pattern through. Another one there, that's a peacock, and one almost by my head, that's a peacock as well. Yeah, so it's the whole bridge is peppered with resting butterflies. So when you wonder where they go in inclement weather at this time of the year, they're not ready to hibernate yet. The answer is anywhere sheltered. And that ivy we were talking about earlier in the programme is a prime candidate for sheltering things like butterflies. Because of the shape of the leaves, the ivy is like an umbrella. It sheds the water away from the tree and sort of sheds it round just away from the rooting zone of the tree, so that the ivy can feast on the water. And it's all okay. It's a kind of symbiotic relationship. The tree provides the ivy with support because it's a stem twiner climber, and the ivy will benefit by providing habitat like this and somewhere to flower and produce those nutritious berries later in the season. But stunning. I'm just looking around to see if we can see a comma butterfly, which will complete the little survey here, but I can't see any. I'm anxious not to move too much. As you can see in front of me, there's some pretty substantial RSJs here with quite sharp corners on, and they're only 3 feet above the stream, which is there flowing away right in front of my feet here. In fact, my feet are wet. My bottom's wet. But I don't mind, because it's such a treat to see these beautiful, beautiful insects, and just revealing part of the secret as to where they spend inclement days in the autumn, which we always get a few. So let's hope of the return of some nice warm sunshine after we've had some more rain, of course. You can never please a farmer. Right, here we go. It's time to exit this little watery hole, and very dark, damp and very cold here this morning, but I hope you enjoyed that little celebration. It's a real treat. If not for you, then for me, as long as I don't bang my head on the way back out. Rat has had to stay in the car because he goes slightly ballistic if I go under here. He can hear me talking, but because there's some stinging nettles on the way in, he won't come and join me in the water. Oops, that's a stick. Right, up this bank and back to the farm to do some proper work in the workshop. Oh, it's pouring out here, absolutely pouring. Wow, pound a drop.